On the issue of copyright, recently there's been that wave of concern about copyright and how Ghanaian TV stations are boldly showing TVs that are not even a week old. Have you seen the concerns, and what's your take on that?
Well, I think it's long overdue because we were to get intellectual property. In the first place, it wouldn't have happened. Maybe one might say a lapse over the sensitizing people. But we should know that we should desist from unlawful usage of someone's property, because intellectual property, like I said long time ago, is someone's property. So you can't just take someone's property and use it the way you want to. Yeah.
Right.
Because if you want to show someone's movie, or if you want to perform someone's song, or even literary work or whatever, at least you have to obtain proper documentation and authorization from the producer, from the rights owner. Yeah. Or at least you have to obtain some licensing agreements or whatever. Because Ghana is not an island. We have reciprocal symbiotic relationship with the outside international world. So you just can't take a Michael Jackson movie and be showing, or a Michael Jackson video and be showing. When you do that, you are perpetuating illegality. Right. And the law may clamp down on you.
Mr. Korte. Yes, Mr. Korte, sorry to cut in. You are aware of what is happening. In fact, we have mentioned TV stations, and we had videos. We saw videos on social media of TV stations that were showing such movies. What have you done about it so far?
Yes, that was precisely where I was heading to. The government didn't need expedient to enact the law. The Copyright Act 2005 Act 690. And in the Section 5 gives birth to what we call the Copyright Stream Team. And this team is supposed to handle the question you are just asking. Unfortunately, I don't know how to prevent it, so I'll just pick on them. I think the issue has to do with the Copyright Office. Irrespective of the fact that one may be under whatever, that office, to me, is the base of creativity. Why do I say so? As we speak, I can also say that the government doesn't really care, or is a little bit, I don't know, maybe apprehensive about the creative world. Other than that, as we speak, we don't even have a copyright administrator, not even an acting copyright administrator. The one over there is just a principal state attorney.
Mr. Korte, would you then say that the lack of support from government is a major concern and cause of your inability to operate as an agency and an institution that is supposed to protect the works of people, especially media content in Ghana and beyond?
Partly agree with you. The government has a part to play, because how do I say, what you hear the Copyright Office saying is lack of funds, impunity. How did, in 2015, Madam Pia Okon, then Attorney General, Minister of the Justice from the government, was able to bring out the CMT. And the government didn't need expedient to give a 6% of the collections that were made from machines or instruments that were brought in to pirate people's work, or which assist in the replication of authored works. Therefore, taxes or levies were placed on this equipment. And the money out of this levy, 6 was allotted to the Copyright Office to be given or in support or facilitate the work of the copyright monitoring team. How be from Besimol through Bosimpra, through Ntiya till now, the one over there, you can see that there is an intentional, I don't want to use that adjective, but there is a way that the Copyright Office is making sure that the 6% does not go to the copyright monitoring team. And their only explanation is that they use some for, light bills, administrative, blah, blah, blah. But the question is that for man or man for man.
Yeah.
The copyright office and the right owner, which is important, which came first, ought to receive more. So because of their claim of impunity, let me give you an example so that you yourself do what we call where's this word? Come on. Okay. I've missed it.
But Mr. Korte, while you look at what exactly to share on that, my concern now is, have you been able to have engagement or conversation with leadership and the government itself to provide you the funding needed to make sure you operate as an institution that is protecting the works of people?
That's clearly for the copyright administrator and the copyright office. I will give you their alibi as something called business. I will not go into any technicality. But the copyright office over there can make more money. It's worth more than even what the government gives them. But either because of attitude, ineptitude, or sheer that cliche that has been used also, they are incompetent. They are not doing what they're supposed to do. Okay. So my perception is that anytime that, let me go back a little bit. You see, the CMT has representatives from the music genre, from visual work, and then from literary work, copy Ghana, and then police officers, 5 police officers. And then the copyright of plus 50 is supposed to bring in 2 officers. Most of them are not. We allow the copyright office, the one that they bring, especially a lawyer, to be the chairperson that we had. Her name was Dorothy Habada. And this woman was working effectively. But when they realized that through her work, the copyright monitoring team will start its operation and galvanize a reaction, perform better, she was taken off. For what reason, they will give official reasons. Now, as we speak, for the past 3 years, nothing has happened. Not even a single meeting for the CMT.
Wow.
And then all of a sudden, a lady called GHOne, who is lawyer over there, to resuscitate the CMT. And when she did, she tried to revive it. And within a matter of 2 weeks, this lady was able to take us to the cybercrime office, the police headquarters, visit DSTV and other people who were willing to help. Can you imagine that anytime there is a major anti-piracy or a clampdown, it is from the collecting societies who bring money to do this? Because always the copyright office doesn't have money. So what is the 5% sitting there doing? You see, so this woman started helping us. Within 2-3 weeks, the man over there had pulled off this woman from the team.
Mr. Korte, which man are you referring to?
The principal state attorney who is there right now has removed this lady and has brought in an estate agent or estate whatever, who knows next to nothing about piracy.
Okay, so there is a new leader. There's a new leader at the Copyright Office now.
Yes, don't know her position because he's not the copyright administrator. He's neither the acting copyright administrator. I think he's a principal state attorney. By name, Mr. Boyce. So you find his number, go to the office and grant that interview and start asking those questions for him to answer.
Okay.
So this lady was taken off. As we speak, even yesterday, we had a rush meeting with some television stations to synthesize them and then sensitize them and then to tell them what will be done, their adventure, their court, and blah, 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 blah. And they dropped their lawyer. We also needed a lawyer. But this man said he was going to court. Even on Tuesday, we are having another meeting with a television station I don't want to mention because he's a corporate. And who is the lawyer to represent? The man said we should move the meeting to another day because he will be going to court. Meanwhile, there are lawyers in the Copyright Office who can be brought on the CMT. And when you ask him the reason, why are you taking up this brilliant lawyer, he will say it's official issues, so we shouldn't mention it. Some of us, we are extremely candid. Right. We don't pretend. We hit it. where it ought to be hit.
Mr. Korte, thank you so much for your time, and thank you for explaining exactly what has been happening. It's clearly a leadership issue, and we hope and believe that leadership will come together as one and tackle this issue for us.
The government should give us a substantive copyright administrator. That's what we want.
Okay, sir. Thank you for your time. Mr. Richard Korte is the Vice Chairman of the Copyright Monitoring Team.